Calvin Anderson Student Empowerment Program here in the city of New Rochelle. We have a city councilman member candidate, David Peters, and native New Rochelle resident, Guy Davis, musician, and international traveler.
That's right.
Tell us why you're running for city council.
I'm running for city council because I've been raised in New Rochelle. I understand the complexities of New Rochelle, I understand the strengths of New Rochelle, and this is a transformative time in New Rochelle's history. And it's very important that the community who exists in New Rochelle over the years is not left out of the benefits that this transformation associated with development can produce.
You guys were somewhat class.
We were in the same school year.
Same class.
Mouse face.
Same class.
I've been in home many times. You just don't know.
Right. What was it like being part of that transition from Lincoln School to finishing school in New Rochelle?
Right. Well, you know, I lived on Chauncey, so I wound up going to Mayflower School. But I remember when all the kids came over from Lincoln. And then I remember going to Albert Leonard. And then I remember going to the high school. And I remember when we had the fire up at the high school and they went to the portables and we were all up in the high school. So my growing up in New Rochelle was always one of grace, but also in relationship to things being challenging in the late 60s and part of the early 70s. And so, particularly for the African American black community. So one of the things that has not changed is that there still is a disconnect in terms of legitimate access to powers and institutions in New Rochelle. And one of the things that I'm hopeful we'll be able to do is to normalize relationships for all people. New Rochelle is a diverse community, but it's also a community that has not addressed as well as it should have issues that exist within this great community that are around issues of race. So I'm hopeful to be able to embrace that tension as a candidate and move us forward into a more fruitful position over the next several years.
Guy, I know that was very articulate of him, but what would you say to him aside from that, growing up here and after having the experience of being interviewed and reflecting on Lincoln School and your growth and development here? What would you say to him as a candidate for city council today?
So young David, you sound like a man not to be trifled with. It sounds like if you're going to try to shut the real OG out of the benefits of this community, then you got another thing coming.
That's right.
Well, David Peters, Guy Davis, thank you for being here in Lincoln Park. What would you say to the 6 families that were part of desegregation and the 12 children that were walking that chalk line, and Paul Dennis and Paul Zabert? What would you say to them today as a candidate?
As a candidate,
yes.
I would say thank you. And I would say Mojo Logo, which in Swahili is unity and brotherhood. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you too, brother. What would you say, sir?
Asante sana.
Yes.
That's another version of thank you.
Yes. Thank you.